Here we go.
All right. Hey guys, how's it going? We're so excited to be here tonight to talk about some goals and just we had some things written down of things that we were thinking would be helpful to you guys with going gold. With it being the end of the month, we have some great things happening, right? That dollar membership is back again. So that is super exciting. That's always a good thing that people love. They love to save money. So that's a great way to reach back out. But tonight we wanted to talk about a few different things. We're just going to go back and forth with each other here. And we're going to read to you some like ideas on how to reach out, how to follow up, all of these things. So, Elizabeth, do you want to say anything before I don't want to just like keep talking here.
All right. Well, we are very glad you're here. We know that you are all committed. You're ready to keep moving forward and learning more. And we want to just make sure that we're filling in any like gaps and that we can just help you the best that we can. And then as well as you guys are all growing and doing these things, but then this is stuff that you get to pass on and help your people with. So that is really cool. And the first thing that we always talk about is, what is our why? What is it? Why are we doing this? And some people, right away, like Megan keeps telling me, I want to be like you. I want to not have to work. I want to be able to have that time freedom and that financial freedom, as well as, she's excited to do these things with her friends and bring people along that journey with her. And then it's getting other people to see that vision too. And that usually is like a little trickle, I was very blessed, you guys. Like I saw the opportunity, like I saw it. I saw people at convention. I saw people ranking up to Emerald. I saw people going on leaders retreat. I saw people going to Hawaii. And I'm like, I can do that. I didn't need this big, it wasn't like that for me, but other people just don't get it and they don't know what they don't know. So make sure you are writing down on your mirror and in your car and on your fridge or at your kitchen sink. Like, where do we spend time? I had my goals in my laundry room. Because that's where I was, right? So making sure that we're always keeping that at the forefront of our mind. And I want to encourage you to think of your biggest goal and then like quadruple it. And I am not joking. The goals that I had, I am there. I'm like, wait, I got to set bigger goals. Like we got to keep dreaming over here and moving forward. So making sure you know what it is. And this is something that people need to hear. They need to hear why you want to do this, but also helping them to know that it isn't always about finances, because some people just really want to give more. They want to be able to contribute to ministries. Like Rochelle and I both have big dreams and goals to help in some way with like pregnancy crisis, or I have a heart for orphans. Like just where can we help in ministry areas? So that's another avenue that people are also attracted to is, well, I don't need anything. I'm content. And Christina Williams talks about this. She was always content. But when she saw that she could help other people and create these huge changes in people's finances, it changed her finances so much that really changed her perspective on doing this business and changing what she was doing with it. Do I have this in speaker view?
I don't know.
I do. Okay.
Absolutely. And that was one thing for me really quickly is we were very content with our lives. I mean, Matt provided very well for us. We didn't have a ton of debt. We didn't have all these credit cards and car payments and all these things, like our cars were paid off, things like that. And one of my biggest reasons, so I didn't have this huge why either, like, oh, I want to be a diamond or, whatever. But I know the biggest thing for me that made me want to get up and keep doing this, on those hard days was that I did want to help others. Like it was about the helping others. That's the yellow in me. Not everybody's going to have the same thing. If you're red or what, you know, whatever your different colors are, but that was something that kept me going. And I wanted to be able to help my team and help my people to reach their goals. And that is what kept me going. So you have to have something that's going to keep you going on those days when you are not feeling it, because you are not always going to feel like it. Okay. We don't feel like it all the time at Sapphire. We know that y'all are going to have those days too. Everybody's going to have those days, but you got to have something that's going to push you through. So looking at it in the future and dreaming bigger, because look, all my whole dream board has come true. Everything on my dream board that I wanted is like here. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to learn how to dream bigger over here, you know? So it's really, really exciting. And it is also doable, but it is just absolutely doing the slight edge, doing those simple, daily, consistent things, and never, ever, ever stopping. So, excuse me, looking at the time, we want to talk about a couple of things. The first couple of things that we wanted to talk about is the why, yes. And the next thing was we wanted to talk about reaching out, following up. You guys already know this, but we're going to go over it a little bit as anyways, okay? And just going to give you a couple of examples, because you are still pretty new. And I know for myself, that helped me in the beginning, because at first I was like, how the heck am I supposed to reach out to these people? I mean, it might come easy for some, like, hey, I can reach out. I can talk to anybody. Elizabeth can talk to anybody. That does not mean that everybody can talk to anybody, right? Like, so we have to there are skills that any of us can learn, but we all can learn them. So we'll go over that really quick, how to reach out, how to follow up, how to invite to an event, and then how to write a magic post. Those are 4 things that we're just going to touch on quickly. And then we're going to have a couple of other things that we want to talk about. So, okay. So I have an example right here. Hang on. I got to pull it up. Because I don't have all stuff written down. I just have stuff on my phone. That's just where we're at right now. So, okay. So this is the other thing. Elizabeth and I both do not like scripts. Like, we are not about, hey, send this to everybody on your friends list or whatever. Like, you want to be genuine, you want to be yourself, and you want to make it about your friends. So if you have to go to their Facebook wall at first and kind of look through and see kind of what they've been doing, maybe you haven't seen their stuff in a while, right? Oh, so-and-so just got a new puppy, or they just got a new car, or their kids just graduated, or whatever. Right? So say that in the beginning. Hey, Susie, it is so nice to keep up with you on Facebook. I love seeing that your son just graduated kindergarten. That is so exciting. Is he looking forward to first grade? And then off we can go. And so anyways, another way that you can reach out then too after that is you can say, have you ever heard of Plexus before? You use your upline. My friend Rochelle has been sharing with me for a while about a line of natural plant-based supplements. They have been helping her with her energy levels, mood, curbing sugar cravings, weight management, and she has felt amazing while being pregnant and nursing. I decided to give it a try, and I'm loving my results too. I thought of you since you are a health conscious mama. You can change that to whatever. This is one example, and wanted to see if you would be open to hearing more. Okay, so we all know that you're going to hear, yeah, sure, send me some info, right? Okay, what are you going to send them? I send them the triplex video, but it goes back to their goals. You always have to ask them what their health goals are, what their plexus goals are. Maybe they don't have any health goals and maybe they just want to make money, but maybe they're afraid to say that. You know, I mean, we just don't know. And this is why you have to keep conversations open and you have to talk to your people. And so if somebody says no, that does not mean that this is over and you're never going to talk to these people. They said no, they hate me. Like, I'm never going to talk to them again. No, if somebody says no, you can say, this is an example, you can say, thanks so much for replying. If you know of anyone who is working to achieve health goals or may struggle from weight issues, hormone imbalance, sleep issues, sugar cravings, excuse me so much, migraines, digestive issues, autoimmune diseases, or would like to supplement their income, I would love the referral. You can change this, tweak this, but that is just an example of if somebody says no. Now, that's a way that you come back to them right away because they said no. Okay, you've now responded to them. So you put them on that follow-up list. You're going to come back to them in a couple of months. Things change all the time. Their mom gets cancer. Their dad is in the hospital. We don't know what is going to happen with people. And if we don't follow up, then somebody else is going to follow up or reach out to them brand new, and you're going to have laid foundation for them. And they're going to be like, oh yeah, my friend Nicole did tell me about Plexus, but she's not even talked to me in 3 months. And I don't even see her posted anymore. So yeah, tell me about it. And then boom, next thing you know, they're joining with somebody else, right? So just because they say no, it doesn't mean no. It just means not right now, because they don't have enough information and they need more information. This is why our postings are so important. We have to post consistently. If we are not posting consistently, we are not going to see the results that we're looking for. It's going to be much shorter. I mean, a much longer time frame, right? If we're just posting once a week, sporadic here and there, people are not going to think we're serious, right? So if somebody says yes, then you can say, I'm so excited you are wanting to hear more about Plexus and how amazing it is. Since I'm new to sharing Plexus, I'm going to put you in a chat with my friend Rochelle so we can both learn more about this together. Then you put them into a chat, and then you can go from there. And then that would be where I would come in and say, hey, so what are your health goals, blah, blah. And it's a kind of a way to like train and help. Now, you don't have to do it like that. That is just one way to do it. Some people don't like three-way chats. They're turned off by that. So if you're talking to them, then they ask you a question, then you get over to your sponsor. Hey, they just asked me this. What in the world? Where do I find this answer for this? How do I answer them? And then that's a way that we can help. So those were a couple of things that I had on reaching out. Did you have anything else, Elizabeth?
I typed in the chat about, if we know people that have struggled with particular issues, our friends, like, especially if you're getting started, like, I know you have migraines. Have you thought about looking into how gut health is related to that? And I don't even go in, honestly, I don't say even more than that. I do, talk to them. And then that's what I mention about Plexus. I have a friend who is doing like keto and working out. And she's like, oh, I feel so much better and this and that. And then, of course, a lot of the hardcore keto people go off the rail on a vacation or a holiday or this or that and realize that they don't feel as well. And so I've brought in, have you looked at how gut health is related also to what you're already doing? And kind of just start the conversation like that. And, my one friend was like, oh, I don't really have and this and that. And I said, oh, do you struggle with candida? And I send the candida graphic. And this is a friend I've talked to off and on. She's tried other things, whatever, even when it first started, though, it was more, hey, have you looked at gut health? Have you looked at this? And then when I sent her the candida graphic, she was like, oh, she first was just kind of like, didn't really respond. I was still talking to her, and then came back, I realized that I do struggle with some of those things. So I probably should look more into Plexus. And so I was able to then invite her to an event, is what I ended up doing, because I had a health and happiness planned. But if I hadn't had that planned, I would have sent her a video. And, sometimes that timing of those events doesn't work for everyone. So I always encourage people, just get in there and read them anyway. I'll follow up with you. And if that still didn't work for them, okay, you know what, let me make this easier for you. Can I send you a 3-minute video? Do you have 3 minutes to watch a video while you're doing the dishes? And that's the other thing I do about following up with people, is I give them a time to watch a video, because people think I don't have time to watch a video. But if I can give them something to do while you're, brushing your teeth and getting ready in the morning, can you just watch this video? It's like 4 minutes, and giving them that trick also. And I'll joke, like, you don't really have to watch the video. You just have to listen. Right. So that sort of thing.
Overcoming that objection before they can even get it out of their mind, out of their mouth of, I don't have time, right? Like, it's only 4 minutes, listen to it while you're driving or whatever. So yeah, that's exactly, you really want to overcome the objection before they form the objection, right? Yeah.
Well, we're so busy. Everyone is so busy. And so to think, there have been things in my life that I haven't spent the time researching and looking into because I didn't want to take the time. And so when we offer that there is huge value in these products and gut health, and here's a time to watch a 3-minute video, you're solving all of those problems like all at one time. How many times do you have this conversation about where you're going to dinner with your husband? And it's like, I don't want to have to think, just make a decision, right? So we want to make this easy for people. They're already thinking of so many things.
Right. Would you just make a decision? It reminds me of Tim Hawkins. Just take me to dinner somewhere. But not McDonald's. No. Okay.
Right.
So that is those are some good tips. And then another thing is so following up. So, okay. So Elizabeth said a couple things and it made my brain think. So what I do is, and I did not do this in the beginning, so I hope this will be helpful to you guys to start this now in the beginning and don't wait. I mean, I didn't have a smartphone in the beginning. I had a flip phone and it was what it was, but I have a smartphone now. I did get with the times in 2016. Thank you very much. But I have a notes app. And so save these things to your notes app. So this is where I'm at right now. Like I'm on my phone, I'm in my notes app and I'm like, okay, let me go here. This is what I'm going to talk about tonight. And I just wrote myself out some notes. I also message myself all the time. I send myself messages. I take screenshots so I don't forget things. Like it just, you do what you have to do to keep, because what you don't want to do is you're reaching out to people and then it's like, oh, well, where's that information? Then you take the time to scroll, you go on the page, well, where was that at? And then you're like, this is taking me 20 minutes and I got to make dinner for the kids now or whatever. So you want to have things quick and fast and in your hands fast so that you can get it out fast, because like Elizabeth just said, everybody is busy. We all have things going on, right? So save it to your notes app and you can title it and it'll say like leading with the business. Here's some examples, leading with the videos to send if people say yes. Here's my videos. So I have all that in here. I have business videos, I have product videos, and I have everything saved in my notes app so that I can go to it quickly and also you can copy and paste certain things that you want in your notes app. If you just want a paragraph out of your notes app versus on Facebook, you have to hit copy text and it copies the whole entire post. You might not want the whole post. You might just want a paragraph out of the post, right? So save it things to your notes app is really good to do as well. So like if you are sending somebody a video, like send them the triplex video and we can put these things in our chat when we're done. We will put in the Candida graphic. We'll put in like these examples that I'm giving. We'll put all this in the chat so you guys can have that. Okay. So this is a way to follow up. If they haven't responded, they haven't said anything because their life is busy, whatever. Hey, Katie, I know life is super crazy busy. So I just wanted to follow up with you and see if you would be open to hearing more about Plexus. I just wanted to follow up with you to see if you had a chance to watch that video. I just wanted to pop back in here and see how you're doing. I know I need reminders, like just something to cue it back in and to ask them if they've watched the video, if you can send them info, whatever the case may be, right? Okay, so if they don't respond, it's okay. It's normal. We have it all the time. People don't respond. We just follow back. They just get circled back up around the next time that we're following up. We are commenting on their posts on their wall so that they are seeing our posts and we're circling back around. So remember, ignored messages are fine. Like they're totally fine. People haven't unfriended you. They haven't like cut you out of their life. Like it's just an ignored message because they have XYZ going on or whatever, right? So it's okay. Also, you want to make sure that you're reaching out to, you want to know the rule, the ratio. The ratio is 10 to 1. So what that means is if you reach out to 10 people, you're likely going to hear back from one person. Okay. And that one person might be interested. And then what? Oh, they're going to join me. No, you're going to have to follow up with them. You're going to have to give them a testimony. You're going to have to give them a video and you're going to have to talk to them. Then you're going to be like, oh my gosh, there's a $1 membership right now. You should totally do this. And then they might be ready after the 10th follow-up. But just know there is that 10 to 1 ratio. So you just got to keep going, keep doing the things and write your things down that you're doing in your planner. That's what I use. I use my planner. I write it down so that way I don't lose track of people. You can use a spreadsheet, whatever works, but the planner works for me. So that's what I do. Nicole Spellman has a great system. She's not on here tonight. She had an emergency visit with her sister in the hospital, but she's got some great tips too. So I know, Karen, you probably already know about those, but she has a lot of great things too. Okay, so 10 to 1 ratio. All right, so, okay, got to go back to my notes. Did you have anything else, Elizabeth?
No. I mean, what I do though is I have switched from planner and this sheet and that. Now everything's in a Google spreadsheet. like a Google Doc, but the spreadsheet, and I have a list. And so I have my people, and then I have a column. So I put the date, commented on their wall, followed up, sent video. And I just have been putting the date and putting it right in there because y'all, I will send messages if I'm waiting for my gas tank to fill up, whatever. Somebody comes to mind, let me send the message real quick where I don't have my planner. I don't have my IPA sheet, whatever. So I've just been using the spreadsheet. And then it's super shareable. It's electronic. So then, you know, I can copy and paste it to things or whatever. And I still I still end up writing a lot. And then transferring it into my spreadsheet, depending on how I'm working and what kind of role I'm in. But I didn't want to lose people. I didn't want to lose track. So it does not have to be fancy. I've bought like 4 of these, just these flexible binders, and you can add and take paper out, move it around. And it does not have to be fancy. I've posted about different planners, whatever. I'm like, man, I'm going to keep my piece of paper here. So anyway, don't overthink some of that, but definitely you want to be commenting on people's walls and adding that value to them. One of the ideas that one of the jewels, a diamond, talked about in January or something, we did this video series, and she talked about taking the birthdays for the month, and you can create like special lists on Facebook with them and group. So you go to that group and then you just comment. So it just shows you those people. So if say, I want to talk to these 20 people this week, over the course of the week, you put them into this special Facebook list and you just go to that and you can comment. That way you're not having to search for them. You're not having to scroll. You're not stuck in the scrolling trap of let me just sit here and scroll. It makes your time more purposeful. So that's another trick that you can use and share. And, if you may not want to do that right this second, keep that tucked away in the back of your mind. Because that is something that I've started doing too as a sapphire, you guys, and it is helpful. It just narrows down what I want to focus on, and that's good.
And you have to do that on your computer, by the way. You cannot do that on your phone. Right. You have to create the list on your computer. And then once you have the list created, then you can do it on your phone, comment on their stuff on your phone, but you have to initially do it on your computer, just FYI on that. Right. You have to look at birthdays on your computer too. You can't pull them up on your phone. So anyway, craziness. Yeah. But, okay. So another way, I wanted to read this really quick. This is already in the post, but in case you didn't see it, Elizabeth has an event tonight where she is going to be talking about the business and being retired at 42. And so the example invite that I put in the comment section of the post that I did in Rock Your Purpose says, "Hey, Sue, I'm not sure if you've seen any of my posts, but I am in love with my supplement company and all the products have done for me. The income potential is also becoming such a blessing to my family. It is so nice." Or you can say, or I'm looking forward to it, depending on where you're at in your business, right? And so it is so nice to have extra wiggle room in our budget. Maybe this would be a good fit for you too. I would love for you to tune in to see what my friend Eilers-Heffner has to share. She's a physical therapist with her PhD and just retired from the hospital at 42. Wow. Are you free tomorrow at 9 p.m. to listen in? And then the conversation is going. And so remember, your goal is to drip information, drip, drip, drip. You're not like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about Plexus." And there's like this faucet, this like fire hose of like stuff shooting out at them. And they're like, whoa, like what is happening here, right? So you're dripping information, information, information. Okay, maybe this doesn't work for them tonight. Maybe they're super busy. Maybe they had a really stressful day and they're like, "How can I even think about doing anything else?" Hello, I know how I was before I started Plexus. My mindset and everything has changed now because of the books that I'm in reading, the personal growth, all the things. So I've been there where these people have been. I don't have time to do this at 9 o'clock at night. My kids are in bed and I'm like asleep on the couch. Like we all have those excuses and those things, right? And our friends have those. So we have to remember that just because we don't have those anymore, because we've worked on personal growth and our own mindsets, even as senior silvers, almost golds, these other people are not where you're at and they're not where we're at. So that's what you have to remember too. Okay. So that is how to invite to an event. That was a business event. You can change it around to make it for if there's like a product event, which we always slip the business into the product events anyway, so that they can have that seed planted, right? Okay. So we had that. And then Elizabeth, did you want to mention about how to do the magic post? Or
Sure.
want me to
And another nice thing about inviting someone to something, like for instance, this particular event tonight, that YouTube link will become the recording. And so if they're like, oh gosh, I can't get on at 9 o'clock. Oh, well, how about tomorrow? Can I send you the link? And then you can check it out on your own time. And again, you can say, gosh, isn't your drive like 30 minutes or something? I don't think the call's that long, but go ahead. Do you want me to send you the link so you can listen to it on one of your drives? Something like that. And so you're still able to use that. And then if they are like, whatever, say they plan to, but they never do, then you need to change what you're doing. Not, hey, did you watch video? Did you watch that video? Hey, did you check out that video? You stop, like switch it up. Can I add you to our gut health group? It's just information. I'd love for you to check it out. Or I'm adding you to our gut health group. Let me know when you accept the invite, because there's some really interesting information I'd love for you to check out. Blah, 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 something like that. Okay. So the magic post, this is something that you guys have all done. You've talked, hey, I started this journey. I've watched my friend. I wish I would have started sooner. Is something that we hear commonly. I would love to, here I'm sharing a little bit, but helping people write that magic post. And that also comes down to helping them have a win. So, we're not going to lose 30 pounds in a week. We're not going to all of a sudden have zero sugar cravings right away. We are going to help people see like, oh, I've had people like, have you just taken a picture of yourself and compared it to a picture from a few weeks ago? And people's eyes brighten, their skin is different, because they'll say, I haven't lost weight, my clothes fit the same, or this or that. Okay, but have you just taken a picture? And a lot of times you'll see that inflammation go down in their face. So helping them see some benefit and also helping them write up their first post. And this is something that I am definitely focusing on, is I want to help, like, I want to be writing that. Can you post this to your wall? Feel free to edit it, take a picture with you and your shake or your pink drink, something like that, but helping them actually do that. And that magic post is really that way to get that information out there, that they're doing something different. And a lot of times, like, I happen to see two friends posting about plexus at, like, I saw that it wasn't like one had started and then the other one, like it was kind of the same time. And I'm like, wait, what is this plexus stuff? Well, these people both are really health conscious. So there has to be something to it. Right. And so I was like, oh, this is so interesting. And a lot of times, you'll have somebody that once your magic post goes up, or their magic post goes up, friends are coming to them going, I think I've heard of this stuff. Like, tell me more. And so it's very, very important. And the other thing about following up with that magic post is continuing to help people to continue to post, because one post is not going to make them silver. One post is not going to like bring in 6 joins unless, some occasionally that happens. That is not normal. It's normal to have to keep posting. And the other thing about that is that people are busy, and people in general are fickle. And so people see on social media, people like our friends, they start this workout routine and then they quit. They start this workout routine and then they quit. And so if we're just popping this plexus in here and there, we're not showing that we are a product of the product. So you may, depending on the person, you may have to continue to help them post. You have to be very specific. Go to Gut Health and Happiness and find a post and post it. Go to my wall and scroll back a couple of weeks and copy and paste that. Don't share, copy and paste it, like teaching them where to find them. And, do you feel comfortable doing that? Is that something that you can commit to this week, is posting 3 times, and helping them along every step? Like, really, it feels very hand-holdy at that stage, and that's okay. That's okay. But it is definitely something to be aware of, and something that we want to help them do every step of the way.
Yep, exactly. And if you don't know what to say, you can go into Rock Your Purpose, search magic post, and there will be a couple of ones that come up, and you can literally take that information out of there and send that to your friend. Like, you absolutely can tag people and things, but tags oftentimes get lost in the sauce. So take the information that you need out of it and say, hey, this is something that you could post, tweak it to make it your own, but this is an example. And then like Elizabeth said, take a picture with your paint drink, like whatever. Like you have to definitely talk to people, because so many people, they want to do this, but then they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to start. They don't know what to do. They don't even know what to ask of how to start. Some people are not as open as others. Like I was over here like, all right, Fallon, I want to get these products paid. What do I have to do? Well, you have to start posting. Do I have to post? I don't want to post. Like I was just very open with her because she's my cousin, right? But other people might not be so open. They might not say, well, I don't want to post. I mean, they might just not post, right? So if they say that to you, that's an objection, right? That you want to help them to overcome. Oh, listen, I totally get it. I didn't want to post in the beginning either. Or maybe you did. You just have to it's just that conversation back and forth, right? So when people say that to me, this is what I say. Well, guess what? Neither did I. I was getting ready to deactivate my Facebook account. And here I am, 6 years later, a sapphire. So you just never know what people, and if you did start wanting to post, but you know that I didn't, then you can use my story. Oh yeah, my upline, my friend Rochelle, she didn't want to post either. And now she's a sapphire. Like use what you have to use to talk to people to get them to see the light, right? Okay, so magic post, absolutely consistent posting. So you guys are consistently posting, but this is just, you guys know these things. This is for you to help your people to do these things. So if you have somebody that comes to you and wants to do the business or whatever, like, oh my gosh, what do I do with these people? I don't know what I need to do. That's where you start. Let's get a health and happiness event for you set up. Let's get you posting on Facebook. You want to drip the information. You don't want to be like, oh, she wants to work the business. Awesome. Let me tag you in 25 posts and add you to all of these chats and all of these pages and all of these things. You're going to scare people away, right? Ask me how I know. So you just want to make sure that, because some people might say, oh, I am all in. I want to do that action stack and I want to get to diamond as fast as possible. And you think, oh, this is great. She wants to go diamond. Here we go. Let's give her all the information. And then they're over here like, holy moly. Fallon did not do that with me. She gave it to me little bits at a time. So you want to give your people little bits at a time. Okay. All right. So three-way chats, you guys utilize your three-way chats. You have to utilize your three-way chats. There's so many things that I can say that why I would not be a sapphire today if I didn't do, and three-way chats is one of them. If I did not have my three-way chats, I would not. Fallon taught me so much in my three-way chats, and that's how I learned so much in the very beginning, with her helping me like asking specific questions or leaving certain voice messages or things like that. So utilize your three-way chats. Okay. So we're trying to talk quick because I know we have to get off, and Elizabeth has her call that she's doing. Oh, okay. So the health and happiness event. So you guys have all had your own health and happiness. Some of you have done health and happiness events for your people already. So keep doing those things. You want to make sure that everybody that joins you has that opportunity to know, hey, let's do a health and happiness event for you. And that way your friends can come and learn about what you're doing. Also, you're going to learn more about these other products that you might not have realized, right? So yes, they have signed up, they have joined you, they have a website, they can go to the website, they can look, but not everybody does, right? We just got done saying how busy everybody is. So these health and happiness events are quick, they're fast, it's all the things in one spot, and they can learn a lot. So not everybody is going to be like, yes, sign me up. I'll do a health and happiness event. Most of the time people are going to be like, no, I don't want to do that. So you have to overcome that objection as well. And so hang on, I'm going to tell you what you can say to that if they say no. Okay. So you can start it out and say, one thing I like to do for new people is to help them to get that $160 to $400 cash that is available to you by simply doing this with a few friends. It's super simple. I can totally help you do it. It's because so many are curious about gut health and immunity. I've been doing these private Facebook events and they have been awesome. It'll educate you more on the products you've started and also introduce you to your friends in case someone is interested in doing this with you. What do you think? Are you open for me doing one of these with you? If they say yes, great. Pick a day and a time, get it going, right? If they say they want to try it first, you can say, I totally get it. I was the same way. What I found was, that's called the feel, felt, found method. I understand what you're feeling. I hear what you're saying. This is what I found, right? So I totally get it. I was the same way. What I found was it's actually the least salesy time to share right from the start. That way you're just inviting them to try something with you. Your success rate will be 90% better with accountability partners, and that cash bonus will be awesome for some extra spending money or to go towards your products. Okay, that is, and then you can say something like, does that ease your mind a bit or whatever, right? So we're gonna put all these in the chat, but I'm just kind of saying them out loud so that we hear it in our minds, right? Okay, so there was that, making sure that you're doing the health and happiness events for all of your people. And then once you do a health and happiness event, make sure that you are talking to your people and that they're following up, that they are following up with their people that they have added. Because if they are not following up with their people that they've added, then it is like no point in even doing one. They have to follow up. So make sure that they're following up, and then make sure too that, because they're so brand new, make sure that you tell them, hey, listen, if anybody has any questions, I know one of the things that scared me in the beginning was I didn't know what to say. If somebody asked me a question, what am I going to say? So don't worry about that. We are learning together here. You can put them in a three-way chat with me and I will help you. And then like if they put you in a three-way chat and people start asking you questions and you don't know it, then that's when you can come to your upline and be like, okay, so-and-so just asked me this question. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Where do I find this answer? What do I do? Right? So there's that. I was trying to talk while Elizabeth's getting herself set up for this next call. Did you have anything else you wanted to say on that? I know we got to wrap this up.
No, that was really good.
Okay. So I'm going to put some different, I might make a small video on how to close and put it in our chat, or I might leave you guys some voice messages because I do know that time is getting short here, but closing is really a big deal. If you don't know how to close the deal, then you just kind of feel like you're on this hamster wheel and you're just like following up. And they're just like, yeah, no, yeah. What? Like, it's just like, what's happening here? Right? So you definitely want to know how to close. Yes. Silver in 6 videos. There you go. Watch that one. But you just want to make sure that you always want to tie it back to, here's a testimony. Did you get a chance to watch that testimony? Do you have any questions? Yes, I have questions. Okay, then we're going to answer those questions. No, I didn't have any questions. Okay, perfect. Well, are you ready to get started on this health journey? Yes, I am. Perfect. You sign them up. If they're not ready to get started on the health journey, then we've got to find out what is their something is holding them back. What is their objection? So we ask clarifying questions. What is holding you back from starting your health journey? That opens the door. I mean, not everybody's going to always respond every which way. You have to just it's just a people thing, right? Okay. So I already said this, but I'm just going to say it one more time. So if this is not for you guys, remember, this is for you to pass down to your people and to make sure that you're duplicating these things, right? If you're only posting sporadic, here and there, not consistent. If you're reaching out to one person here and there and you're not really being consistent in your IPA, it is going to take longer for you to see your business to grow. You definitely want to have that consistency and be that good example for your team, even if they're not sharing yet, because they will come around. Christina and Brittany followed up with Christina about the business for 2 years, was it, Elizabeth? Like forever. I mean, Christina saw Brittany going to Emerald and making a paycheck with a comma. Like she saw all these things, but she just wasn't there yet, right? So you just keep following up with your people about the business. Okay. The other thing is you guys already know this because you're already on the team calls in the book clubs. You want your people to get on with you. So I don't mean like keep harping on them. Are you getting on book club this week? Are you getting on book club this week? You really need to get on book club this week. Like you really need to get on book club. Like don't do that, right? But just you really want to encourage your people to get on book club and team calls. If they have an objection of I can't do 2 nights a week or whatever else, get them on the team calls. The team calls are so important because those are where the jewels are sharing and those are really good. If they can only pick one, right? Like get on Monday nights. It's only 30 minutes, sometimes less. Like just get on this 9 o'clock, get your kids to bed and like get on this with us, right? Book clubs, yes, like it's such a community. You're going to have so many great friends. And these books are not just about a Plexus business. These books are about life. They're about being a better mom, a better wife, a better whatever, a better friend. So just encouraging them as much as possible. And then you guys read the books. Yes, read the books that we're doing for book club, obviously, but if you have any other spare time in there, read other things. If you want to focus on the 4 pillars, recruiting, retention, duplication, leadership. If you're struggling on any of those, focus on one area. Don't try to become a master of all 4 of them at one time. It's going to cause burnout and stress and issues. And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't do this, right? It's what we say to ourselves. Don't say that. You can do it. But if you are struggling, I struggled with the leadership. I kept telling myself all the time, I'm not a good leader. I'm not a good leader. Matt's the natural born leader. I'm not a good leader. That's ridiculous. It's a lie from the devil. And I am a good leader. And so, but what did I do? I started pouring into all these leadership books. I just started reading all of the books. So do what you can in your spare time on whatever 4 pillar it is that you need to work on. That way you can grow yourself and raise your lid so that you will have people coming and following you, right? When I first started 6 years ago, the people that were doing this business with me, that I got to Emerald with, they're not with me anymore, except for Elizabeth. I mean, nobody else is with me. I've grown. So I have new leaders now, right? It's all the growing and the learning. Uncle John. Yes, John Maxwell. Love him. Okay, I am done talking. Elizabeth, I know you got to go. If you wanted to close us out, I'm going to be quiet now.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I do. I have to run to the restroom too before I have to get on this other call, but thank you guys for getting on. And, you know, we like to do these small trainings because then it puts like everything in one order, right? We talked about a lot of things, but it's all, here we go, instead of, oh, this one little video here and this one little video there. So just keep that in mind. And then these are things that you're wanting to share with your people. And, you know, I know some of you on here have amazing retention. So helping those people that are already loving their products to help them write their posts. Okay, you're loving this, this, and this. You need to share about that. And then you, like I said, you might have to like really handhold those first few posts. Okay, do you know where I found that? I actually went to Got Health and Happiness and I found that. Or, hey, I went to Eilers-Heffner's wall and scrolled back a little while and then I took one of those. Like you can teach people these tricks and keep that in mind that we want more than just us to reach our goal. We really want to help these people see some sort of vision and to do something for themselves and their life. I have a few people on my team that are like, I just like that there's something that I do that is outside of my family. It's outside of maybe my work and my children. My husband likes that I have these goals and these things that I'm working towards. It doesn't mean these people are like, you know, flying up the ranks because it's, you know, it's just something that they're working on. And it's that slow, steady, steady, steady. And you just never know. You never know who's going to read your post and what they're going to do and come to you and share. Charlotte's not on. You guys, I have talked to Charlotte a few times about Plexus over 5 years. She was my matron of honor. She is a very good friend of mine. And it was a hard no. And I'm like, okay. However, during that 5 years, she was telling people, you should look into Plexus. I think the products would really help you. She didn't, and she referred a couple people to me. And so then once she realized I do have could make some improvements in my health. And then you read her silver story. It's in the page, Charla Nelson, Charla. Read her silver story. She explains all of this and you just never know. And now she's super passionate about helping people feel better and overcome these common things that people complain about that you don't have to suffer with. Charla is 9 years older than me. And she's out there like running and getting quick faster. Like that's amazing to me, you know? So you just never know. And when you are reaching out and sharing a solution that's going to speak so huge, and you have to understand that you're not selling because we know that these products will help anyone who takes them and uses them. Like we know these products are good. So you aren't like, hey, buy my leggings because I want to make a paycheck. We know that every time we're reaching out to someone, we know that they can benefit from feeling better, from their gut health, from the blood sugar regulation. We know that. So I don't feel like I'm selling. I'm truly saying your body will function better if you're using these things because we live in a fallen world and we live in a toxic world. And so you cannot go wrong with supplementing with Plexus. So anyway, that's my like, come on, go team.
Absolutely. And so really quickly, I had one more thing to say, you guys. I am with Elizabeth on that. I did not share for the first 15 months, you guys. I did not see it. I did not know it. I did not want it. I did not have time for that. And now here I am, look. And so when I went to Fallon and I said, hey, I need to do this, I need my products page, she immediately would have that belief in me. It's like she said, I saw your future. She's like, I know this girl's going to be a diamond. I didn't know that. I had no goals of that, but she knew that from the beginning, and she helped me with all of the things, right? So that's what I'm saying. Just help your people with the things, and don't ever give up on them, because you never know what's going to happen 15 months down the road. You're going to find somebody that comes to you and is like, hey, how do I get these products paid? 6 years later, they're going to be a sapphire. You just don't know. Okay. So all that to say, now we have 4 days left in the month of July. You guys have goals of wanting to hit gold by the end of the month. Okay. So if you need help, we have this chat for a reason. We are here to help. You can put questions in there. You obviously can reach out to us as the uplines in your three-way chats or whatnot. Okay, but you want to make sure that you are getting into your back office and that you are looking at your team. Go to points and rank up, scroll down, look at your team, go to the side. It depends on if your phone, you might have to scroll quite a bit. I like to do it on my computer so I can see, and then I print it out. But go over to where it says points and click that 2 times. That will put your people that have already ordered their products for the month to the top of the page, right? It is the 27th right now today. Tomorrow is the 28th. The subscriptions are going to go. Anybody else that has a subscription, the 28th is the last day that a subscription can go off, right? So your subscriptions are going to go off tonight at midnight, 12:01. And then you're going to see what your points are at, okay? And so you're going to look and see, these are where my points are at, my subscriptions that are going to go. So do this tonight. Do not wait. My points are at whatever, 75 right now. Tomorrow, I'm going to have 2 more subscriptions that go off. I'm going to be at 85. That means I need whatever, 3 more people to go gold. So then looking to see who in your back office has a partial PV. I know you have to go, Elizabeth, so I'm just finishing up here. But who is a partial? Who can you talk to about the new hydrate? Who can you can offer fun little incentives. I learned this when I went to convention when I was a senior gold. They told me this, and this was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So Rhonda Shaw, she's a diamond. Her husband is a doctor. She didn't need the money. Like, hello, he was making diamond pay. She's a diamond now too. She said, listen, guys, if you're going for a promotion, or if whatever, she talked about going for a promotion specifically. She's like, you can offer deals to people, and it can just be for that one person. And all you have to do is say, hey, you know what? It is a special end of July sale that's going on. And there's like $10 off, or whatever you want, fill in the blank, $20 off. If you order, look at their back office. They've got 79 PV. We need 21 more PV, or whatever it is, right? So look at that. Look at the hydrate. How many PV is that we need to get them to 100 PV, right? And so then say, if you order the hydrate, you're going to get $10 off. It doesn't matter. It's but you are your own business owner. You are the CEO of your business. You can say that to your people that are already in your back office, right? And then of course we have the dollar membership, free, the open enrollment going on. So of course, following up with anybody that you've ever talked to, follow up with them. Now is the time. Open enrollment is back. Dollar membership is back. They don't always do this. We don't know when they'll do this again. You should really hop on with the journey now. Now's a great time. I will help you, whatever. Following up with all of your people. This is Magic Week, what they call Magic Week. So if you've been doing all of your consistent IPA throughout the month, and some people front load and do a lot of their reach outs in the beginning of the month so that they can just work on following up throughout the rest of the month, then you're going to be following up with these people now. And they usually wait until the last dang minute. Don't ask me. They just do. You know how it is. We do the same thing sometimes. Oh, I'm going to miss this sale. It's 11:59. Can I sign up? Oh my word. So like, just know that people do wait until the last minute. So do what you can to reach out to your people. You have your goals. Like I need to have fun. So we don't want to look at it as, oh, I need these points. I just need to make my rank. I just need to do this. Like, people are people. We're here to help people. So look at how you can help them. It's not just, hey, if you order a hydrate, I'm going to get my points and I'm going to promote, right? No, if you order the hydrate, yes, that's part of it. I'm going to get my points. I'm going to promote. But they're going to get to try this new amazing product that is amazing, that is needed right now in the summer for hydration and replenishing electrolytes. And it's not full of a bunch of sugar and junk, right? So they're going to get to see another product that Plexus has besides the triplex or whatever, right? Because most people are on the triplex. So looking at it from that lens and just knowing like, hey, I'm pushing when you're going for a rank, it's different than when you're just doing normal work, right? Pushing for a rank means extra work, extra follow-ups, extra things, okay? When I was going Emerald, I was literally on my bed. I had all these papers in front of me. People were bringing me food to eat because I was like, somebody bring me something to eat. I need some more water. That's not normal, you guys. I don't do that all the time, but that is what you have to do sometimes, right? And so anyway, so just knowing that and just kind of preparing your family and just managing their expectations and letting them know, hey guys, it's the end of the month. I'm going for a big rank. If mama hits gold, we're going to go out to dinner or whatever. And just kind of letting them know, like, you're going to have a little extra work to do and you're going to be on your phone a little bit more. And that way they kind of can understand that and know that. And then just kind of know, like, the last day of the month does fall on a Saturday. I know a lot of people like to spend family time on Saturdays. I'm one of them. Just kind of preparing them and letting them know, like, hey, I'm going to be working a little bit extra today. It's not every month. It's not every Saturday, but it is going to be this Saturday because we have a big goal and I want you to be celebrating with us. You know, like, you want them to celebrate with you, right? Like, it's a family thing. It's not just you're hitting a goal. Your family's hitting it with you, right? So those are some things that I would just say about that. And just to make sure that you do hit your goal. If you don't hit your goal, that has happened to me lots of times. I've not hit my goal. Elizabeth is getting ready to get on her call, but she didn't hit Ruby. She missed Ruby by 5 people. So sometimes it happens. I know some of you guys have already maybe experienced that. Do not grow weary. Do not give up. You just keep going and you just keep doing the things. And if you don't reach you shoot for the moon, and okay, you didn't hit the moon, but you're still landed in the stars, right? But just doing everything that you can do to get to that goal, right? Because we're definitely not going to get to our goal if we're not doing extra things, all right? So just making sure. So I hope that helps. Looking at your back office, go to points and rank up, go to points, hit it twice, and that'll bring all your people up. And that way you'll see all of the people that haven't ordered yet. And those are your, what we call low hanging fruit, because they're already on the products and they already know about the products. So messaging them and making sure, and you want to message them now. Like, message them now so that they have time, because they're not going to be over here like, hey, I'm going to be on my phone on the 31st of July checking things, right? They're going to be out at the pool with their family. So you want to kind of make sure you're talking to them now so that they have time to think or whatever they need to do, right, before the end of the month, before 11:59 on July 31st. So follow up with all your people, talk to your prospects, and yeah, and message your team. And I hope that was helpful. If you guys have questions, stick them in the chat. And we hope this was value add for you guys. All right, y'all. Well, I'm going to host now because Elizabeth is over there on her call. And I'm going to end the recording unless anybody has any, we're on, I can go ahead and end it. But if you guys have any questions, feel free. I'm here for a couple minutes if you need me. I'll just stop the recording.